Bobby Salazar. How you guys doing? Are you guys glad to be back? Oh God, yes. Thank God. 2 years. This is the first time I've been on stage in 2 years. Thank you. I started stand-up 4 years ago. And everything was hitting on all cylinders. It was great. I was doing like 3, 4, 5 shows a week, getting my timing down. Everything was great. And then the demon lord COVID came along and fucked all that up. You're not leaving your house for 2 years now. Sorry, here you go. So I went from just 4 or 5 shows a week to doing nothing for 2 years. And a lot changed in my life in that time. I stopped drinking. I went and stopped drinking in public. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at drinking in public. And they're like, well, Greg, how do you know you're not good at it? Well, the DUI taught me that. I'm sitting here and then I heard that Fresno is #1 in DUIs. And I come out and tell the DUI joke, and you guys are like, just one? But I got a DUI, at least I'm in Fresno. Because I say DUI anywhere else, and everyone's like, Fresno, you're like, I got a DUI for sleeping in a parked car. I'm going to say that again because it sounds vaguely important. I was woken up from a sound sleep and arrested for driving under the influence. Now, I would have thought it was impossible to drive while you're asleep. The arresting officer told me I was wrong. Here's what happened. Here's the story. I went through a really bad breakup a few years ago. I went through a really bad breakup, and I broke up with my third stripper I ever dated. On a side note, never date a stripper. There's a lot of ways that's going to end, and happily ever after is not one of them. But she had her good points. Okay, she was cute. She looked good naked, and she let me put it in her butt.
Tell me.
You laughed way too hard at that, sir. You're a sick fuck, and I dig that. And you mean you were right here. I did find out though that I wasn't the only one putting it in her butt. Yeah. And I have a very strict one penis per butthole policy. I do. So that one was done. And my friend Sophia. Sophia was awesome. Sophia was my ride or die. How many of you got one of those? Show of hands. How many got a ride or die? 1, 2, okay. I hope the rest of you were chewing, because it was just like one guy, like, I got one. Sophia was mine. And when I look at this breakup, Sophia tells me, she's like, I'm taking you out. We're going out. We're having a fuck that bitch night. What exactly is fuck that bitch night? Because, you put those words together in that order, that's a totally different meaning if you're talking to a guy or a girl. Like, I'm not sure. What is fuck that bitch night? And she says, we're going out, dinner, drinks, and we're going dancing. Okay, you need to pump the brakes on that last one. Okay, you guys have never seen me dance. I have the rhythm of a corpse, and I look like a monkey on ice skates. It's no. And what's sad is Sophia just looked me up and down and went, you're probably right. Yeah. My ride or die baby backed me up on that one. She's like, yeah, okay, no dancing. So we go out for dinner and drinks. And she takes me to this country cowboy bar. Because Sophia loved this shit. Sophia loves country, she loves cowboys. And she takes me to this bar, right? But this isn't one of those high-end country bars. This is just like a seedy bar in a shitty neighborhood. Yeah. This is the kind of bar that like 2 people get killed and sodomized on an episode of Law and Order SVU. It was that type of bar. This is where my ride or die takes me. And you know what? We're having a good time. A couple drinks. I'm like, you know what? It's not so bad. Bar's not so bad. Sophia tells me, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna get a couple drinks. I'll be right back. And then disappears for 30 minutes. My ride or die left. Thought she did. She comes back from the bar with this dude she just met. And she says, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go back to his place tonight. You're good to get yourself home, right? I'm going like, wait, hold on, what happened to fuck that bitch night? And my ride or die looks me right in the face and goes, yeah, about that? This bitch is getting fucked tonight. Bye. Now, any other time, one of my friends wants to get laid, go for it. No problem. But this was her idea. She's the one that wanted to come out, take me. I was perfectly fine sitting at home and hating my own thoughts. But she wanted to take me out. Goes to the bar and came back with a dick appointment. And the worst part of all this, I had to go to the bar and get my own drink. Bitch. So I'm a little pissed. And I decide, you know what? I'm leaving. Screw this. Start walking out. Run to my friend Ashley. And Ashley tells me, she's like, what, are you leaving? What's going on? So I gave her this whole pathetic story. And Ashley tells me, she's like, you know what? Don't leave. Please don't leave. Stay. All your drinks are on me tonight. I'm not used to this. Look at me. This is not hot enough to have a woman pay for all of his drinks. Unless she's gonna drug me and try and steal my kidney later. So I stay around, and I find out later, much later, that the reason all of my drinks were on her was because she started dating the bartender. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Okay. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. She tells me that she just started dating this guy, Tinder date, I'm guessing, and she wants me to be around in case he gets creepy. Let's recap. I've been cheated on and dumped by a server. My ride or die ditched me for dick. And now I'm playing bodyguard and I'm getting paid in alcohol. Do I have to go over the part where if you have a bodyguard, getting him drunk first is a really bad idea? Yeah, didn't think about that. She tells me, she's like, hey, what do you want to drink? I'll have Stabby make it. Wait, who? Stabby, my bartender boyfriend. I am now expected to protect a woman from a bartender named Stabby. Do we see why this night ended with me getting arrested? Stabby, I have no idea what she ordered, but Stabby hooked me up with a drink that made my soul cry. Oh my God. And I said, Ashley, did you order me lighter fluid? What the hell is this? And Ashley goes, oh, if Stabby likes you, he makes your drinks a little stiff. Stabby must have been in love because 3 drinks later, I don't remember shit. I woke up in my driver's seat with Bakersfield Police Department knocking on my window. But luckily, still had both kidneys. Yeah. So, what had happened was at some point in the night, I decided to pull the ripcord before Stabby killed me. Get back to my car, and I get to my car and I realize, I'm like, oh, this is all kinds of bad. I am in no condition to drive. So I go to call for a ride, and I realize my phone's dead. Gotta plug the phone in to charge it, gotta turn the car on to charge the phone. So I get in the car, plug the phone, turn the car on. This is mid-December. So hot air hits me, and I'm out. Officer Carey. Smash cut to 4 o'clock in the morning, and Officer Carey's knocking on my window. Excuse me, son, have you been drinking? No, bro, I was tired. I thought the parking lot of Brick's Pizza was a really good place to take a nap. Which is what I said in my head. Didn't actually say that out loud. Because this is BPD, and I'm a little brown man, and BPD really enjoys beating on little brown men. What I actually said was, why yes, officer, I have had a drink or two tonight. As we put it, I'm a little brown man, but when you're getting questioned by the police, always try to sound as white as possible. It helps. It really does. Officer Carey didn't buy it. He puts me through a field sobriety test that would have made the contestants on American Ninja Warrior cry. Like, oh my God. And like a dumbass, I asked, how'd I do? He said, "You're doing great. Now put your hand behind your back." So I get arrested. I was in holding for 20 hours. I'm gonna say that again, 20 hours. There was a dude in there who stole a car. I just fell asleep in one. He got released before I did. I'm like, this is some bullshit. So I get sent over to arraignment. Now, folks, here's some free legal advice. If you are ever in front of a judge for anything more severe than a traffic ticket, you say not guilty, I want a lawyer, and then you shut the fuck up. One more time, not guilty, I want a lawyer, shut the fuck up. Free legal advice won't cost you a dime. So I pled not guilty. And I went over to meet with my public defender, my free public defender lawyer. I was hoping for one of those hot lawyers that you see on Law and Order. No. My lawyer looked like Rosie O'Donnell and Danny Trejo had a kid. Let you wrap your head around that one for a little bit. Okay. I told my lawyer, I said, I am not pleading guilty to driving under the influence. If you want to charge me with sleeping under the influence, that's totally different. I said, however, I will plead guilty to a lesser charge. I'll plead guilty to public intoxication or wet and reckless. Another piece of legal advice. Lawyers hate actually going to court. So if you give them a reason not to go, you're golden. It's great. I said public intoxication or wet and reckless. The DA said, yeah, your blood alcohol is twice the legal limit. We're not going public intoxication. That's not going to happen. Which I knew that was no way. Because I did sales. You never take a first offer. I know the rules. I gave it to her a little while. But she said, okay, we'll take the wet and reckless. So I pled down from felony DUI to misdemeanor wet and reckless. Which sounds cooler, by the way. That sounds way cooler. When I tell people I have a wet and reckless on my record, it sounds like the greatest porn title ever, doesn't it? You already thinking you're ahead of me. If somebody came up and said, hey, I just watched Wet and Reckless 17 with Jamie Volva and Sex and Hardcastle, you're never going to be able to hear it. Next time somebody says they wet and reckless, you're going to laugh your ass off. You're welcome. So, my time's getting a little short here, so let me close with this. You guys go listen to this story. You see how ridiculous this story is. Pretty funny. My judge, on the other hand, had no sense of humor whatsoever. Ripped into my ass. You know what, Mr. Hernandez? What you did was stupid, it was reckless, and somebody could have gotten hurt. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's right. It was stupid. And somebody, I could have hurt somebody. I know that. I kicked my own ass for a long time. I had to think, like, how do I make that right? Just how much of that night cost me? Between the legal fees, between having my car impounded, the AA meetings that I was required to attend. How do I make all that right? Wait, hold on. Let me stand up comic. If I tell this story on stage to all you fine people, all that money becomes a tax deduction. It's now a business expense. And that's how you turn a negative into a positive, folks. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. My name is President.